Hello everybody and welcome back to Dead Rising 2. Last video we got things started by having to deal with the initial zombie outbreak. A bunch of zombies have been freed in the city. We have to get some medicine for our daughter, among many other things, so we need to be leaving the safe house. Because we're not going to get anything accomplished just by staying here all day, of course. But luckily there is a secret entrance to and from the safe house, which actually brings us right into the mall. Which couldn't have been lined up any better. As you can see here, I am level 50, which is the max level in this game, which means that I have a large health bar. I also have more item slots, which is going to allow me to pick up more items and carry more items around with me. And because I'm level 50, I also run a lot faster. As you level up, Chuck will run faster. At the beginning of the game, though, he is incredibly slow, which is why I chose to do this Let's Play at a higher level, just because it'll get things done a lot faster. Now, it is currently 3:30 in the morning. Katey will not need Zombrex from in between the hours of 7 and 8 a.m. So we actually have a little bit of time to kill. And the first thing that we're going to do is actually not get her medication like the game wants us to do. We are going to go tame ourselves a tiger, which I know sounds a little bit zany, but trust me, it is definitely worth it. It's going to be one of the first boss battles in the game that you're able to find. It's completely optional. It doesn't actually show up on your objectives. There are certain quests and certain survivors that will show up in your quest log, which is here with your watch. But then there are secret survivors and secret battles that do not show up, and this is one of them. And we're able to get to this place as early as 4 a.m. which is coming up soon, so we're just gonna make our way over there. And by the time we finish, we should still have plenty of time to get Katey her medicine. Nice car that we can maybe drive later. So we're gonna take a little detour. You can see that Roy's Mart is right here. That's where the Zombrex is waiting for us. But again, not going to worry about that. That's going to be a return trip thing. We're going to go through the Slot Ranch Casino. And our destination is the Yucatan Casino. There are several casinos located in Fortune City. And gambling is one of the main ways that you're able to get your money. But as you can see, I have almost 300,000 right now. And so I'm not too concerned with money at the moment. So the Yucatan Casino is pretty much exact opposite direction that the Royal Flush Plaza is in, so that's why it was a lot easier for me to just take the shortcut through the Slot Ranch Casino. I could walk along the strip, but I find that there's a lot more zombies out here than there are in the mall and in the casinos. So getting around the strip can sometimes be a little bit more difficult than it is getting around inside some of the buildings, or at least that's how it is in my experience. Before I go in, I'm going to pick up a couple of healing items, although I think I've got enough. Although I will take this meat cleaver, that might serve as a good weapon. I don't want to take too many things. I don't want to make my bag completely full. However, whenever you go into any kind of battle, it's good to have something on you to heal your health. Chuck does lose health relatively fast in this game, of course, if you're not being careful. And it looks like it is 4 a.m. So we're gonna go to the Yucatan and see what kind of fun awaits us here.
Hey, buddy! Snowflake hungry. Look what I found you, pretty girl. Fresh meat.
Whoa. Look. There's plenty of zombies around for her to eat.
No! No, not zombies! That meat is rotten! It's like all her food now! It went bad. She needs meat. Fresh meat!
Okay. Not zombies. But I can help. I can get her some food. Some steak.
No! People not been very good to me. Not like Snowflake. Snowflake, my friend.
Listen, let's talk this over. What's your name?
Theodore. But everyone call me Ted.
That's good. You don't have to do this, Ted. We just need to slow down and talk this over, right? Nice and slow, Ted.
No! Ted, not slow! They all said that! Ted, not slow! Stop saying that! See, people not nice. Snowflake, go and eat your fresh meat. Nice and slow.
Okay, that's not good. We have now caused Ted and Snowflake to go on a rampage. The first thing you're going to want to do is attack Ted. Fortunately, he is extremely weak. He can do damage when he fires bullets at you with his gun, but when he headbutts you or kicks you, all it really does is knock you down and distract you. The main concern is Snowflake, because if you're down on the ground, she can come get you. And she'll be the one to attack you and do lots of damage. Now, of course, he goes down pretty quickly, as you can see.
Ted, no feel so good. Snowflake! Kitty! Come, Kitty! You still hungry, girl? Take me, Snowflake. Ted feed you. Ted take care of you. Fresh meat. Just for you, Kitty. 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 Time for supper.
Alright, so now that Ted has been defeated, that gives me plenty of time to deal with Miss Snowflake over here. Rather than killing Snowflake, what you can do is, just as Chuck's actually suggested, and to feed her steak. So what you want to do is you want to gather up 3 pieces of steak and put them in some sort of open area. So I think here's a pretty good spot. And what'll happen is, when she comes to charge at you and attack you, she will instead see the meat, she'll eat it, and her health will go up. It takes 3 pieces of meat to tame her, and once she is full and happy and healthy, she will actually join you as a survivor. And what's even better yet is we can actually bring Snowflake the Tiger to Katey, and we can actually bring her Snowflake as a pet or a gift. You can bring Katey a variety of gifts throughout the game for extra PP. PP is how you level up. And she is a really, really cool companion to have because she takes care of herself and she does not mess around. Now, unfortunately, you can see there that she didn't eat the steak, and that's because there were zombies in the way messing her up. So sometimes that happens. If a zombie gets in the way of Snowflake and hurts her when she's trying to eat, it will actually mess up that animation, which can be kind of frustrating because sometimes this is really not the easiest thing in the world to do, because not only do you have to line up the site so that she'll eat it, but you have to kind of clear the area of all other sort of hazards. So that's why it's really important to take down Ted really quick and in a hurry, because sometimes this can take a little bit of time for Snowflake to eat all the steak. I've had this happen really, really quickly before, and I've also had it where it has taken a lot of time. It's really random. It depends on where Snowflake goes in the casino, it depends on where the steak is, and yada yada yada. If you're too close to where the steak are when she charges at you, she'll follow you. But within a matter of minutes here, she should be tamed, and then we can take her with us back to the safe house. Of course, the last steak is always the most difficult, but I'm avoiding her pretty well. Because I'm level 50, obviously I was able to take down Ted a lot faster, and I'm going to take less damage from Snowflake if she hits me, so it makes it a little bit easier. I would definitely recommend having healing items for this battle, especially if you're going to be doing the taming of Snowflake, because she'll maul you, she'll maul your face off. And she'll claw at you and do all her tiger-type things. Now, hopefully I don't lose sight of her, because I really want her to come and eat this last steak. I might have to move it. Oh, no, there we go. There she goes. Good kitty.
Whoa, good kitty.
Excellent. So we get a join bonus for her, and when you escort survivors, they're just giving you a little tutorial here. Bringing survivors back to the safe house gets you huge PP. It's really key in leveling up in the main game. You want to make sure to grab as many survivors as you possibly can. There's a lot of achievements involved with survivors and whatnot. Before I go back and get the Zombrex that I'm supposed to get for Katey, I'm actually going to grab some free Zombrex. There's 3 Zombrexes that you can grab from various casinos. There's one in the Yucatan, there's one in the Slot Ranch, and there's one in the Atlantica Casino, I do believe. You're going to need to get Katey's Zombrex a total of 4 times before you're rescued from the military. So if there's ever a time that you can get free Zombrex, you definitely want to do so. And I might not actually be able to get to them until I get the first Zombrex. So let's go back to that later. I figured it would be a good idea for me to gather up what I could, but it doesn't actually appear to be up there. It should be in that bowl. But no matter. We can now leave, and because it is 5:15, we need to kind of hustle a little bit. Because if you do run out of time, it is definitely not a good thing, as you can imagine. Not a good thing for your daughter, who is depending on you to save her life. I'm also going to take a different route back to the plaza, so I'll do a little bit of sightseeing. We'll be coming back to all of these areas later. The game is really nice in that it gives you a variety of different things to do all over Fortune City, so a lot of the quests will bring you to all of the casinos, and this is the food court we're in now. It's not just all in the plaza, it's not all just in one area. And it is a pretty sizable map. I really enjoy this map. I really enjoy all the different areas. I like all the details they put into it, etc., etc. Now, luckily, it's not very far to get to where we were. I think this is actually going right back to the plaza. You can see Roy's Mart there. I'm gonna get your medicine, little girl.
I know you're holding out on us. Where's the money? Where's the safe? Come on! Don't lie to me!
We don't have a safe!
Don't lie!
Hey, dirtbag. Let the lady go.
Why don't you mind your own business, old man?
Exactly what I'm doing. I'm just here looking for some Zombrex.
Well, you're definitely gonna need some painkillers when I'm done with you.
Well, talking to you is giving me a headache.
Oh, yeah? What say you give me some money, and I'll go get some for you?
Yeah, give us some money, Grandpa. We'll help you out.
How about it, Grandpa? You got any money?
Well, I don't have money for the likes of you people. I'm sure that Snowflake will help me take down a few of these hooligans. You'll run into looters in various stores in the mall, and they're basically trying to loot the mall, as their name would imply. They also run a store, and you can buy things from them. For a ridiculous amount of money, may I add. But there's 3 of them for you to take down. Just make sure not to get too close to them, because they usually carry sharp and blunt objects. They're generally carrying tomahawks, crowbars, and sometimes axes. You also get a lot of PP for defeating them. I think they're considered a mini psychopath, quote-unquote, because they're random. You can run into them at any time, but you do get points for defeating them. I'm gonna heal up here, and I am going to be grabbing my Zombrex.
Score.
Thank you very much. So again, going over Zombrex is a drug that stops the infected from becoming zombies. It is high in demand, expensive, and hard to find. And overdoses are deadly, which is why we must give it to her in between 7 and 8. If you don't give someone the Zombrex at the right time, it'll actually kill them. So that's not a good thing. Luckily for us, we still have plenty of time to get back to the safe house and give Katey her medicine.
What is it?
And until then, it is pretty much free roam. We can do whatever we want until that time. First thing I'm going to do is recruit Denise. She, of course, is a survivor that we can take back to the safe house. And because we already saved her life, I'm sure she's going to come with us with no problems. There are some survivors, of course, that are not so willing and are an absolute pain in the butt to recruit. Some people you need to pay money to, some people you need to carry, some people you need to get an item for, things like that, just to, you know, give that little bit of challenge. You can also give your survivors items that they can use to fend off zombies, but I generally don't bother. NPCs in this game, for the most part, are pretty intelligent. If you're going towards a destination, they'll pretty much follow you and ignore all the zombies. They kind of push through them like you do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to the safe house, bring these 2 back, give Katey her little present, and then I'm going to end things off. Not sure what I'm going to do in the couple of hours that I have to fool around. There's not a whole lot you can do at the beginning of the game, because a lot of the other survivors we need to save don't open up to us until Katey gets her first dose of Zombrex. You can see there that they are absolutely hoofing it to the safe house. They're actually keeping a pretty good pace. Before you go through doors, You need to make sure that your survivors have a icon above their heads. As you can see there, the green icon. Otherwise, they're not close enough to go through the door with you, and they'll get left behind. And we've brought back our first survivors.
Where on earth did you find them? Never mind. I don't want to know.
There's still people alive out there.
We can't afford to have any infected in here.
Sullivan's a bit of a dick, in case you haven't noticed already. But whatever, I'm the one doing all the good work, so he can blow me. I don't really particularly care for what he has to say. And next time, we will give Katey her Zombrex and ask her what she thinks about her new pet tiger. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that I will be seeing you next time.